This is the centerpiece of a particle laser scanner designed to have a specific depth of field. This is a close-up shot of stagnant air within the particle detector. This is a shot of a gentle breeze passing through the particle detector. You can see the movement of the particles as they go through. This is a single large particle of dust caught by the detector. This is a sprinkle of talcum powder going through the detector. This is a single image which shows the particle density of the talcum powder. This is an image of a single talcum powder particle. This video shows stagnant outside air going through the particle detector. This shot shows what goes by your car window as you're going 60 miles an hour. This is a single image of stagnant air going through the detector. Note the size of the particle as I zoom in. They are only a few pixels wide. And considering the fact that the CCD sensor on the camera is 20 megapixels, one single pixel is 5 microns, which makes the smallest particle detectable to be 5 microns. A higher resolution camera would pick up smaller particles. In the early days of lasers, very few people had access to them, and if you wanted to see the beam, you had to put something like smoke in the air or create a cloud using dry ice. As I have demonstrated, you no longer need to do this in order to see the beam. What has changed? It is my belief that what you see in the laser beams is related to what you see in the sky. Chemtrails. When you see a long stream of what appears to be vapor coming out of a jet engine, it is no longer a condensation trail, because if you have any powers of observation, you will see that the trails linger and expand into clouds. When there are a lot of trails, they eventually create a fog that obscures the sun. The naysayers would have you believe that they are still contrails, but people have lost their jobs reporting on what they really are. Some high officials have suggested that the government is doing this to combat global warming. But if this were true, they would not be afraid to admit what they are doing and get the public on its side. The very fact that they are not admitting why they are spraying makes it a nefarious act. It isn't the Air Force spraying for military purposes or NASA spraying because of some atmospheric study. You can prove it yourself just by getting a sample of it and putting it under a microscope. Wash your windshield thoroughly, then scrape some off with a single-edged razor blade. You will find that it is magnetic, does not dissolve in sulfuric acid, or react with hydrogen peroxide. Therefore, it is not iron. You can distill some rainwater and get the same stuff. It all looks the same under a microscope. The Hopi Indians predicted that when the world was covered by a spider web, the end would be near. The Georgia Guidestones say that there is a plan afoot to reduce the population of the world to 500 million people. You decide what the truth is.